Alright, this is phase 12 Friday. We are doing circuit training. We'll do 4 rounds of 35 seconds of work, 25 seconds of rest, and we are switching every single round.
Alright, so the first thing we have is going to be plate grind to overhead. So what we're going to do for this, we're going to have plates. You can grab one from the rack in there. What we're going to do, grab your plate on the sides. To start the movement, we want our knees slightly bent, feet shoulder width. Hips are going to go back, and then they're going to touch the ground with the plate. And then when we do this, we want to make sure their thumbs are facing away from them. So whichever way they're facing, thumbs are facing away. Then they're going to be quickly, they're going to snap their hips forward, stand up, bring the plate overhead, nice and quick. Back down, forward, all the way overhead, nice and quick. So we want to make sure when we do this, we want to get tall as quick as we can, keep the plate close to our body. We want them keeping it close, and then make sure they don't hit themselves with the plate. Most people don't, but just make sure they don't. But quick, keep the plate close all the way overhead. Now, if someone has trouble going overhead, we can do plate around your chest. We still want it to be quick, but they're not going to be going overhead, obviously, if they cannot get to that overhead position. One thing to look out for on this movement as well is, some people tend to do is, if they're going too heavy especially, go overhead and then press up. We do not want that. What we want is hips here, quick, using their hips to bring the weight overhead, not their arms. So the arms are really just holding onto the plate, their hips are what's actually bringing it up. So make sure when we're doing that, we're making sure they're using their hips, and it's one movement, they're not pressing with their arms, all right? So this is the first station. Second station we have is going to be over here. For this, we're going to have band iso row. So the reason we're using a band is so we can be a little quicker, not as many things that move around and weights all over the place. So what they're going to do is grab a band, they're going to stand on it, they're going to have both feet on it, and then holding on with their hands here. They're going to have their hips back, these are going to be slightly bent. They're going to have one arm up, then they're rowing up and down with the other arm. So the one arm is staying stationary right here. Other arm is rowing up and down, just like this. Then the next round, they'll switch sides, so when they come back over here, they'll do the other arm with this movement. Now when we do this, we just want to make sure they're getting that arm all the way up there. We don't want them to have it just a little bit of pull. We want it all the way up by their side, and then they're actually getting a good movement with the other arm. And then just in a good position, keep the back flat. We don't want to be opening the shoulders, turning them at all. Just being in a stable position over here. So this is second station. Like I said, we'll have bands set out for this, so they'll be right over here for them to use. Third thing we have is going to be over here by the wall. We're going to have medicine ball chest pass. For this, we do not want them going any heavier than 12 pounds. So we want to be going quick. We want powerful tosses, no more than 12 pounds. Unless they're like putting a hole in the wall, then they go heavier. But otherwise, we want powerful, quick passes over here. So we're going to have ball by our chest, facing the wall, passing it. Just going continuously. Make sure they do get back in front of their chest every time. But we do want to be going pretty quickly with these. Right? So powerful passes, straight in the wall, quick. Don't let them go heavier, unless they're like destroying the wall. But otherwise, keep them 12 pounds or lighter for this station. This is the third station. Fourth station is going to be over here. We're going to have side planks. So what we're going to do for this, we are going to be having mats out for them to put their arms on. They're going to be up on their side. One arm is going to be on the plank over here, or on the mat. It's going to be elbow right underneath their shoulder. They're going to have their legs long here, and then feet are going to be stacked. Then what we're doing, we're just holding up in this position. We want to press that hand into the ground, help keep them stable, and then make sure we're keeping our hips up. We do not want them sagging. And then one thing to look out for as well is we do not want them having their hips back. We want them right in line with their body here. If they want to make it a little more difficult to challenge themselves, they can add their arm up in the air, making it a little bit more challenging, and then a lot more challenging, lifting that other leg up there, all right? So that's going to be a lot more challenging. If they have trouble with regular side planks, modification, it's going to be from our knees. So we're going to have our knees tucked, our feet tucked behind us, up on our knees here, holding, still challenging that stability a little bit, but we are not going to be as difficult as if we were on our feet. For this, we're going to switch sides each round as well. So one round we will use one side, next round we will do it on the other side. Then the last station we're going to have is going to be over here. We're going to have burpee jumping jacks. So for this, what we're going to do, we're going to be doing a burpee. When we stand up, we're going to do a jumping jack. So what that looks like, we're nice and tall, down, burpee, up, jumping jack, down, up. We're going to do jumping jack at the top there. With these, we do not want to be doing full burpees, just plank burpees. So we want to be quick, just plank burpees, make sure we're getting down and up quickly. We can do them incline as well, so if we need to, we can grab a medicine ball, one of the heavier ones, to give them a little bit of incline. And then we can also do the bench as well if we need to do incline for that one. So we can challenge them a little bit there, but we are trying to go quick with that movement, right? So as the main workout for the finisher today, let me see the sheet there. So for the finisher today, we're gonna have our squat matrix. So the way this is gonna work, we're gonna have 3 squat movements. We're gonna do each one for 30 seconds, or for 20 seconds, and then after we do all 3, we're gonna do a 30-second rest. So first 2 weeks, we will do 3 rounds. Then the next 2 weeks, we'll do 4 rounds. So it gets a little bit longer, a little more challenging. So 20 seconds of all 3, 30 seconds rest after them for 3 rounds there. So the first thing we have is going to be squat jumps. So for these, all we're doing is squat position here, feet shoulder width, squatting all the way down, jumping up off the ground. We do not have to get super high, but we do want to be an explosive movement, getting a little bit of elevation there. If they cannot do jumps, we can do drop squats, which are a little bit easier. So down, back together, so a little bit of a jump, kind of like a mini jump. Then, if they cannot do that, we can do medicine ball slams as well. If we need to, that would be only if they can't do jumping at all. So we do medicine ball slams, go over, grab medicine ball, but otherwise we are going to be doing squat jumps for the first thing. Then we're going to have body weight squats for the next thing. So second exercise, just squatting down and up. With this, just good deep squats, same thing as with the squat jumps, all the way down in our squat depth, and then back up nice and tall. If they have trouble with that one, we can do TRX squats. So we'll have a TRX set up over here. We'll have some on the rack as well around, so they can do TRX squats. With TRX squats, we just want to make sure we're having our arms extended, good depth, same as like a regular squat, just a little bit of assistance on there. And then the last 20 seconds is going to be a 90-degree squat hold. So they're holding in this position, just holding here, not moving at all for the 20 seconds. This will be tough. With this, there are a couple things you want to look out for as well. We want to make sure we are not leaning on our legs. So we don't want our arms on our legs holding us up. We want to make sure we are not leaning at all. So we don't want to just be leaning over. We actually want to be tall down in our squat. And then we want to make sure we're not just sitting in a deep squat, because that's really easy. So we don't just want to be sitting down here for 20 seconds. That's not really challenging us at all. So we're going to be holding right here in this position for this one. The modification for that is going to be TRX squat hold. So same thing, just holding on to TRX, a little bit easier if they need to have some assistance for that. So again, it's squat jumps, then squats, then squat holds, 20 seconds of each, then 30 seconds of rest at the end. We're going to do that for 3 rounds the first 2 weeks, and then last 2 weeks of the month, we will be doing it for 4 rounds. So it gets a little bit longer on that. And that is going to be the workout, and then squat matrix for the finisher for Friday, phase 12.